Hello everyone, it's Waning Moonlight, and we are back at Final Fantasy 15.
Crystal and the King's Ring.
Right here
What
we
they been
just
after
got
all
another
along.
cutscene that's kind of help
So holding the
recap
peace
what
was merely a
happened last
pretext.
episode.
They played my father for a fool.
Don't kid yourself. Reggie wasn't born yesterday. Lucius got dealt a losing hand, and your old man played it the best he could. He saw this coming a mile away, and he wasn't going to go down without a fight. In the end, though, well, it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, so all that really happened last time was our wife, we were on our journey with the boys to go get our character's wife, and our home got invaded. Father killed, the whole stuff. And I mean, that's really about it. Now, I got the special edition of this game, so I was just checking out some of the new stuff I can do. Changing outfits, change up the car a little bit. Ended up with this dragon on the front of it for a while, because, those are cool.
Well, here she is, just like you ordered.
And once we do that, we're off looking around. Originally I was going to walk there, but then I saw it was well over a mile. So we're looking for this guy who was at the capital, and it's called like the Unkillable. And he called us, said he would be at this place. This lady talks, he's like, oh yeah, he was here. He's just in back in the cave system, the usual place men hang out. And that brings us here.
Marshal. At last, Your Highness.
Yeah. Tell me what I'm here for?
The power of kings passed from the old to the new through the bonding of souls. One such soul lies before you. To claim your forebear's power is your birthright and duty as king.
My duty as king of what?
Now is not the time to question your calling. A king is sworn to protect his people.
And yet he chose to protect only one prince. Was that his calling? Forsake the masses to spare his own son?
How long will you remain the protected? The king entrusted the role of protector to you.
Entrusted it to me. Then why didn't he tell me that? Why did he stand there smiling as I left? Why? Why did he lie to me?
That day, he didn't want you to remember him as the king. In what time you had left, he wanted to be your father. He always had faith in you, that when the time came, you would ascend for the sake of your people.
Guess he left me no choice.
The power of kings goes with you, Your Majesty.
Now that that's done, we now get some new family weapons. I tried out all the DLC swords and new swords here in this kind of like arena. Well, kind of like a more challenge guy going on here. We got a bunch of the captain soldiers and spot us, and the new weapons are pretty good. Not bad at the game, so I got hit a good lot. But eventually, I get going to where we need to be to find the next weapon of the kings, which is, I think, our goal. We gotta find quite a few of them. But I'm not sure how many of them are going to be mandatory for the game to finish, And there's not too much in this cave. There's a few enemies to fight that are like easily dispatched. And here we fight the boss of the cave. It kind of made me think of Quelaag from Dark Souls 1, kind of like insect monster. And here I tried to figure out how to actually heal myself, because the game never really said how to. So I'm checking my inventory, trying a few things, and obviously nothing's working. So I go down a few times here, and I'm just gonna blame it solely on that. But I don't die fully. So ergo, I'm still not bad at the game. This boss is very interesting though. It's like an electric spider woman thing. But eventually it's taken down. And I try again and wonder, do I need to be out of combat to do it? Realize that didn't do anything and just keep going. And once through the last bit of this tunnel, we make our way to the next door of the king for the Tomb of the Conqueror. I believe all the weapons are gonna have cool kind of titles like that, but this one's definitely my favorite, just because of the Axe of the Conqueror sounds so cool. The thing is though, as cool as the weapon sounds, I don't end up using it too much. I just feel like the big two-handed weapons are a little too slow for my liking. And I was so happy to actually see the game had an auto exit. But once again, we get a call and just told to keep moving. And once we were told to meet at this space from that guy who we met at the first tomb, and he's like, alright, let's split up. We're going with him, and our three friends are going elsewhere. We're about to just attack this space. So we go in, you know, just guns blazing, taking out a bunch of small groups of people. Pretty simple because most of them just die in like one hit to a warp strike and a few slashes. I tried out the axe a little bit, but the special weapons having a health draining effect is kind of annoying. But either way, we fully clear it out and meet back up with everybody.
Marshal, it's good to see you again. All right on your end?
Right as rain. The Nifs couldn't take their eyes off us.
Thanks to you, we were spared their attention.
Stay right where you are. Well, well, if it isn't Kor the Immortal. So, you survived the Citadel, but you won't survive what I have in store for you. It's past time your legend came to an end.
Now this is what I would consider to be like the first major boss of the game. Just because it seems like a very difficult story driven one. As you can see, I finally figured out how to heal. But before we even get to the boss, we had to take out the optional guys. And then it's a little difficult at first, you know, just when you take on a whole group, you kind of lose a lot of health and magic, so I had to restore it. Which I'm going to try and focus on doing a little bit more, because, you know, healing and stuff is pretty important. And we do some chain attack stuff, which is pretty effective. And I try also I remember the warp strikes up to the building too, because I thought like, oh, maybe if I can like get a higher like attack, maybe you won't be able to hit me. But either way, this boss was decently easy. It took a good amount of hits, but I mean, it's what you would expect from a giant robot fight. Except for the lying it down. Knocking it down was not something I expected it to do. It's like once it went down, I mean, it was done, you know. Nothing it could really do. So we just did a good group strike and eventually took it down. And also did not expect that explosion. I thought it was kind of funny.
Impressive. Seeing you in action puts my mind at ease.
Ain't so bad out here once you get used to it.
Still a lot we haven't seen, though.
And a lot for us to do.
Yeah.
Buck up. We're just getting started.
Elusive ring.
Eluna Freya has absconded with it.
Find and kill her. The ring is the final piece.
We may do well to take her alive. The Six wield power beyond our imagination. The Oracle holds the key for the King. She could unlock many secrets. Nay, High Commander. Lord Ravis, the Imperial Army is now at your disposal.
A moot point, while the fugitives remain at large. My men and I will continue our search for the Prince and the Oracle.
So glorious. My crystal.
And as we keep
Look
going,
out,
I just want to put out the
world. Here we
reminder for
come.
you guys to like
can finally
and
leave this dust bowl
subscribe.
behind.
Making videos takes a
land's
lot of
beyond
work
the
and
vast
time.
by comparison
And, you know, if
to
you're
me.
enjoying it,
Bigger's
always means a lot
better.
to me. And as we keep driving to our new location, I learned we can do photo ops here for certain spots. And a nice photo. And after doing that, I went back to the car. And, you know, as I approached the car, I was actually thrown off. Because we started driving, and then it kicked us out. And I was so confused. And then out of nowhere, the biggest horde of enemies I have ever seen jumps out at me. This was genuinely so weird. And then some of them tried to walk off or something. I have no idea. But enemies jumping mechanic is actually pretty interesting. I thought that was cool of them to add to it. But after taking them all out, we just keep driving, enjoying the good view, until we finally reach our destination. We see the muscle guy's sister called us and wanted to meet up, and so that's what we're here to do.
Yes, I'm certain we can secure.
We approach this very nice looking city,
They've got cup noodles outside the city. All right.
Might be worth investing in a few servants.
and I mean,
This must be the main
yeah,
thoroughfare.
made me kind of think of like maybe a beach town with those trees in front of us. But we're heading into a hotel, so we gotta run all the way around and find our way.
Oh, did you feel that?
You mean the earthquake?
What's wrong?
My head just started throbbing. You all right? Yeah, I'm fine.
Man, a mysterious headache. I'm sure it was nothing. Nothing important.
Freddy!
Iris.
Look at you guys holding your own out there.
What can I say? You look good.
All things considered, you guys are staying here, right?
That's the plan.
When you have time, we have catching up to do.
Sure.
Jared and Talcott, is it good to see you?
Prince Noctis! Iris is safe with me.
Please excuse my grandson. He has yet to learn his manners.
I like it.
Your Highness is very kind, but we shan't impose.
A very good night to you, Your Highness.
So, Iris, what was it like inside the Crown City?
Not pretty. The Citadel took a beating. But a lot of outlying neighborhoods made it through in one piece.
The Empire had tactical targets in mind.
You know, if there's anything else, you can ask me.
Yeah, thanks. What?
So, about Lady Lunafreya, I keep hearing she was in town. Apparently she left right away, but at least it means she's okay.
Good to hear. Thanks.
Yeah, well, get a good night's rest. Morning, sleepyhead.
Morning. Where is everyone?
Oh, they're out walking with Talcott. They went to see the sights. We should too.
Sure. Why not?
Great. I'll show you around.
Alright, and so
It
now she
seems
just
your
wants
patience
to
was
walk and
rewarded.
hang out with us after
Enjoy.
dropping all that lore. We just kind of gotta walk around the town and look around. It was kind of funny at some points,
Mindless
just the
Solemn's prosperity.
conversations they would have.
But get this, only women work there. As a matter of fact, women are the ones who do all the work in this town.
Sounds like your kind of place. I can see you doing well here.
I think so too. It's so different from home. I was surprised at first, but I like it. All right.
For most of
next
it
we're
though,
going to
I
the
just
Outlook.
tried to choose the talk to option that would give the most experience points. You know.
Pegler Outlook.
And
Amazing
this
view,
one
right?
was my personal
Look,
favorite
there's
because
the
I was
meteor.
so far ahead of her.
You know, Noct, this almost feels like a date.
What? No, not at all.
Would it kill you to play along for once? The others are probably back at the
And
hotel by now.
After
Let's join them.
denying her, for whatever reason, she wants to go back home, so we just
If the others are
run
back. Haven't had fun like this since we were kids. Thanks, Noct.
No sweat. I had fun too.
You did? I'm so happy to hear that. Anyway, the thing I bought today, it's for you. But it's a surprise, so you're gonna have to wait.
Hey, look who's back! Talcott, go on and tell him what you told me.
You...
Now, personally, that whole part kind of sucked because it put my character at a higher experience level than everyone else, so it threw everything off. But basically, once we returned, we learned of another king's tomb. I was gonna fight that giant snake, but it was like level 50, and I'm level like 17, I think it is. So that was definitely not happening. And after dealing with those crabs, we find a waterfall and a cave behind it. The real gamer's location. Now this one was like an ice dungeon, which was pretty cool. But it had a lot more enemies than last time. A lot of these kind of like slug creatures. They have a name, but yeah. We'll just go call them slug things. Now I remember them, if they're what I think they are, from older Final Fantasy games where they're very strong at like physical defenses, but they're super weak to types of magic. But you know what they're also weak to? Being cut up by a group of 4. You know, it's the ultimate weakness of everybody. And we go down some ice slides and fight a few more enemies. And then there was another one of these things from earlier. And this time it was a whole lot easier, you know, not only being actually higher level, but understanding how the game works a lot better really helped. Though I did get frozen, which I did not know could happen. And it's kind of hard to balance healing people and fighting. And I also noticed the max HP of characters kind of like dropped a little bit in this dungeon. Like I could just not heal any more than I had. If someone knows why that is and could explain it to me, that'd be cool. But I legit got no idea. So I kind of had to fight on like only 100 HP out of like 4 or 5-ish hundred. And you know, it's fine, you know, got through it of course. Just had to take on a few of these I don't even know what to call them. Just kind of made me think of like a Bloodborne enemy with like a kind of like a Cthulhu kind of monster. I don't really know what else to really call it. And after a lot of fighting, this wasn't much of a boss fight as it was like an enemy rush. Maybe it was like some sort of summoner. It was probably a summoner. But either way, after that, we enter and find the next weapon. This kind of sword glaive thing. And as this wraps up, I want to thank you all for watching today's video. I hope you have a good day. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you in part 3.
What, too embarrassed to show your scrawny body?
Hey, I got muscle. You just can't see it.
If you say so.